Catus Maximus here, this time with a quick review of the Klein RT250. This is a LCD display outlet tester. It was only $20, so I'm still a little disappointed from it. One, packaging was super tough to get into. It does include an instruction manual, so I appreciate that. One thing, it is battery powered, and I'll get into that, into the back of it in a second, just to show inside there. Which I understand, so it can hold its settings after you unplug it. But it has a few quirks that I just really annoy me and kind of make me regret buying it. One of those quirks is simply the fact that this is a soft button, so it's not like a physical switch which mechanically disconnects the power. It actually always has a little current, a little electricity running through it. So knowing that it's kind of always live because it has a soft button, you would think as soon as you plug it in, it would turn it on. It doesn't. That's particularly annoying. You have to manually turn it on. The second thing that I didn't like, now this cord is plugged into an isolation transformer, so it is showing a fault, open ground, which is what it's supposed to do because the neutral ground bond is broken on the output of an isolation transformer. You can choose that. You can rebond the neutral to the ground on the output of an isolation transformer, but it kind of partially defeats the purpose of one. So I've broken that. It does show it. Once you've done a test, you can unplug it. It automatically will hold the voltage and will blink, so you can kind of plug it in and then remove it, which I think is okay. But one of the other things I thought was a bit annoying is this GFCI tester. If you plug it into a non-GFCI outlet and press the test button, it doesn't even respond. It's not like it even says fail or even blink GFCI. It's just annoying that it doesn't do anything unless you're actually plugged into a GFCI. You know, even this little guy here, when you plug it in, when you press the button, it'll glow that red LED to let you know it's at least trying to activate the GFCI. Anyway, here I have a GFCI receptacle, so if we plug it in, one, we can see that it does indeed show green, being correct, says correct, and then when we test the GFCI, it actually will activate and then tell you how long it took to do the GFCI operation. And so that's really the deal. The fact that it doesn't turn on automatically when you plug it in is annoying, and the fact that if you do not have it plugged into a GFCI and you hit the test button, it doesn't give you any indication. For $20, I really would have expected a little bit more. I will mention that it does have a backlit display. At least they didn't make that error, so if you're in a dark area, you can see it. So I do appreciate that. They're using blue, probably would have preferred white. The other thing you notice is I think they could have used a little better LCD here, or display, mainly because, oh, come on, camera. It just totally disappears at this angle. Most other angles it's okay, but it just, as soon as you get a little bit too high up on it, it just goes invisible, which is also annoying. I think Klein could have done a better job. I think it's a $10 item, and I kind of regret buying it because it doesn't, it's not as useful as I would have thought it would be. And I'm going to end up still exploring on other ones. I was kind of attracted to it because it had the LCD display and would tell you the voltage. Other than that, we'll take a look at the back. Decent cover, Phillips head screw. The screw is captured, meaning that the screw isn't going to want to fall out when you pull off the back cover. It does have a brass insert, and this uses a couple of AAA batteries. The batteries will end up getting used up and dying in this unit because it has soft buttons, so it's always drawing a little bit of power to monitor whether or not the power button is getting pressed. The other thing I thought was just a little bit annoying, I should say the third thing, is the fact that if you don't have any batteries in this thing, it doesn't work at all, even if you have it plugged into a good outlet, which is also a bit frustrating. There's plenty of power coming out of this receptacle, so the darn thing should at least work without batteries when you have it plugged into a live receptacle. So Klein could improve this thing quite a bit. And in the meantime, I kind of regret it, and I would not really recommend this particular RT250 outlet tester. Anyway, I really appreciate everybody who's been watching and subscribing. If you haven't subscribed, please do. Till next time, Catus Maximus out.